Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you guys the journey that me and Shane have been taking to find our first property together. It has been a bit of a stressful journey, a bit of a roller coaster, but it's also been really exciting as well. And if you're a first time buyer or know someone who is, then this video might help you with how to manage the process. And there's also a blog post below on what I've learned so far in terms of looking at location, in terms of the style of the house, looking at the financial side. There's a lot of different components that go into buying a house, and until you're on that journey, you don't really realise it. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoy this video and you learn something from it. And let me know below if you'd like to see a part two. So today, me and my partner Shane are going viewing some houses in Leeds, and then we've got another one in Huddersfield tomorrow. And then we've got a mortgage appointment though now this morning, and that's just to get some more information on the process and what we can afford. But yeah, it's been quite a hard process at the moment just because houses are going really quick. We've had a few houses that we've liked and then they've sold within a day. So we've literally just had to be scrolling through the housing apps and trying to get as many viewings as possible. You literally really have to be quick with these things. So hopefully at least one of the houses today that we like. If not, it's back to the drawing board and back to looking for a house that we both like and that hasn't been sold within a day. But I'm hoping to take you on this process and share what we learn on this journey. So we've just been to see the first house on our list today and actually really liked it. It was a house that was built in '95, but actually she kept up really well. It looked really modern and a lovely sized garden, good sized bedrooms, good sized living room. Kitchen was good as well. Everything was really well kept up, so I'd definitely say it is a contender. But we'll have to think about it and see the Hey everyone, so I didn't really, after yesterday, I didn't really record anything, so today we're on the second day of looking at houses. So it's a Sunday morning, it's really lovely and sunny. So yeah, yesterday actually went pretty well. The first house I already told you guys about, but upon reflection, I think it was a little bit small. The second house I think was the best out of the three. It was a 2018 house. I think it's about 3 years old, in a good area, good sized kitchen, good sized living room, a huge garden that opened up from the living room, a couple of good sized bedrooms, and bathroom wasn't bad either. So overall, it was a good house. And I know that was actually Shane's favourite. For me, I don't know, it's been causing me a bit of anxiety if I'm honest. We're quite different in what we like, so I like houses that are a little bit older, a bit more character. Shane prefers a bit more of a house that's already done, which is fine. So we're trying to find something that's in between the two. So I've been thinking about that house a lot, and I've been trying to think whether or not I'd want to put an offer on it. I mean, I know that Shane would, but it has to be right for me as well, and that's one of the main things when you're buying a house together. It has to be right for both of you because you're both going to be living in that house. So I'm just having to think whether or not that is the house for me. And then the third house was a lot older. I think it was previously owned by an old lady, and there was literally, I think all the street was filled with elderly people, which I thought was quite nice. I quite like, a quiet area. And I don't think elderly people are going to be having mega parties at night. Well, I don't know these days, but in terms of the house, the living room actually had my favorite green color. I would literally paint my living room in that green. Good sized living room, pretty good sized kitchen. The garden was huge, but it was a bit odd shaped, so half grass, half gravel. And it was quite. I like the fact it was open, but I felt like it was a bit too open. So I don't really, you know, I like a bit of privacy, and although I'm not a not friendly person, I just felt it was a bit open. And then upstairs you had 2 good sized bedrooms, and then like a room that had been made into a 3rd room, but it was basically like a box room. And then the bathroom as well, which I thought could have been a little bit bigger, but overall I thought it was a decent house. But for Shane, he wasn't really feeling it, so I think we decided not to go for that one. So at the moment it's the second house that we're thinking about. But today we're going seeing a house in Huddersfield. It's a detached house, so yesterday's were all semi-detached. And yeah, I'm hoping this is a house that we both like. If not, we can always have another look, you know. We don't need to like rush this immediately. We just need to find a house that we both love, but I'm still considering the second house. I'm just trying to give myself a bit of time to think about it, and there's no rush really. We both want a house that we're both happy in for each other, so yeah, that's where we are at so far. Hi everyone, so it's been a while since I've updated on here. Basically a week today actually, I found out I got COVID, so I've been quite ill with it. I'm over the worst now, but you might still be able to hear it. I'm a bit bunged up. But anyway, house updates. So we did see a house in Huddersfield after the other houses that we'd seen on the day after, on the Sunday, and I really loved that house. Unfortunately, it wasn't what Shane liked, because we are quite different in what we like, so we decided, you know, to let that one go. And then because I had COVID, he went the next weekend to see another couple of houses. The first one was in Huddersfield and it wasn't bad, but then when he went into the garden, it was like a shared garden, and then next door there was a row of pigeons, and I was just like, what the hell? And then when you went upstairs, you could see where all the pigeons had pooped on the attic window. So that was like a definite no from both of us. And then he went to see a house in Leeds, in Morley, and even though it was a bit of a newer-ish house, I actually really liked it, and so did Shane. So we actually put an offer on, but they were looking for like the max of our budget, and unfortunately we got rejected because someone offered quite a bit more. So yeah, we were a bit sad about that, but we're still, you know, trying to find the right house. It's just that at the moment there's not many houses out there, and the ones that are out there, they go really quick. So this weekend, now that I'm recovered, we've got another couple of viewings in, I think it's one's in Morley, the other one, I'm not sure if it's in Morley, but it's in Leeds. And then we've got another couple booked next weekend. It all depends though, like they can always get cancelled. So we're still trying to find that house. And hopefully at some point we will finally find a house and the offer will be accepted and we will be able to stop looking. But you know, for now we're still looking, so that's the update for today. Shane. How would you say the house hunt is going, Shane?
Shite.
But we got McDonald's, so that's good. Yeah, we only came in for a McFlurry, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All being good.
So just an update on the houses that we saw on Saturday. The first house was in Morley, and I love Morley as an area, but the house itself was too small and there wasn't much that you could do with it. The conservatory was overtaking the garden, and there just wasn't much we could do. And then in terms of the second house, the area I didn't like at all, but the house, you could tell they'd really looked after it, and the reason they were moving was because the wife of the husband who was showing us round, she could no longer go up and down the stairs, so she really didn't want to leave the house, which is why she looked after it so much. So if you could have moved that house and put it in another location like Morley, then we would have considered it. So we had another house then on the Sunday, and that was in Bradford. So nice. So we have just got back from looking at a house actually in Bradford, which is the area we were gonna consider, but with the prices going up in Leeds, it means that we're having to kind of think a bit outside the box. It was a new build and was really nice, so we're thinking about maybe putting on an offer. And yesterday we also saw a couple of houses. The first one, lovely area in Leeds, in Morley, but the house was really small, and there was not much you could do to it. The second house, quite a rough area, but the house was really great. If that house had been in a different area, we probably would have considered it. So mixed views really yesterday. So we've still got some viewings next week, but for now we might put an offer on this Bradford house. Our one concern was the area, but it didn't seem too bad, and has lots of amenities nearby. And then we've got a few more viewings next week as well. So I've just been thinking about the house in Bradford, and if I'm honest, I'm not too sure. The house itself was nice, but the location, I just didn't. When I think about it, I don't know if that's somewhere we want to live and, have a child and, grow there. So we might put an offer on as a backup, but otherwise we have got some other viewings this weekend in Leeds, Dewsbury and Huddersfield, so hopefully we like one of those and we can put an offer on one, and if not, it's back to the drawing board. But fingers crossed we find a house soon. But I guess you just have to be patient with these things and just keep going and keep pushing forward. So I have to say, this experience has taught me a lot. I honestly didn't think that it would be so stressful. I was just really excited to find the house for me and Shane. But we are still on that journey, and I still want to share that with you guys. By now, yeah, I did think we'd find a house, but because we've seen so many. But I found that sometimes, you know, something that you really want, it might just take a bit longer to get there, and sometimes there's been a bit of conflicts, but we managed to resolve that by communicating with each other, saying how we really feel, and if that's someone you're going to live with, that's something that you want to know what you'll be able to do. Yeah, so it's been a tough journey, but we still got some more viewings ahead in the future, and hopefully soon we will find the right house for us in the right location, the right price, and the right type of house. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please comment below if you'd like a part 2, and please also read my blog post on what I've learned so far from the journey. If you happen to be buying your first house, you might learn something from it. You can also find me at Assistant Anxiety on Facebook, Instagram and my blog. And yeah, I'm just really excited to finally find that house and then share how we move on from there. But thank you again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again soon.